Greetings, Internet people. Ranting Ramsey here, and welcome to yet another edition of the Rant Request. I know, 3 in a row. That's what happens when a lot of people send me in rant requests, and I appreciate it. Everyone, I got a pretty big influx after my video yesterday, which means I've actually got some material to do these for a little while, which is nice because it means I have to think of my own shit less. So, thanks guys for basically making my job easy. And today we are talking about public smoking bans, and this one was brought to me by AP17 Jaguar. I just like that word. I know I mispronounced it, but I just love that word. And once again, his link is down at the bottom of the page as per the usual standard MO modus operandi. So, public smoking bans. Now, if you don't live in a state that has a public smoking ban, you probably really don't have a whole lot of experience or knowledge or anything with this, unless you just happen to be extremely news savvy and watch what's going on in the news all the time. So, I myself, I live in Ohio, and I want to say it was 2 years ago we passed, I don't know how, passed a public smoking ban where you cannot smoke cigarettes in any public place. The only place you can really smoke is in a private residence or private club, and to actually be classified as a private club kind of takes a little work. You have to have a membership list and all this other crap, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. It makes it very difficult. And as some people may be able to tell, I kind of probably have an opinion on public smoking bans, but it may not be exactly what you think. Because first off, I'm going to acknowledge wholeheartedly the health risks of smoking, of secondhand smoke, of all that shit. I will fully acknowledge all of that. I am not blind to that. I simply am addicted or / enjoy smoking, whatever. So that's why I smoke, even though I know it's probably going to kill me someday. Might as well die happy, right? Anyway, so I understand the right of people to be healthy. If someone doesn't want to smoke, they shouldn't be subject to the confined inhalation of someone else's smoke. Besides, if you don't smoke and you're not used to it, it smells yucky. Hell, there are times even when I've gone a few hours without a cigarette and someone lights one up next to me and I go, Jesus Christ, that stinks. So I can understand that. But I really have a problem with the overall blanket banning of you can't smoke in any public place at all. And the two places I really have the largest issue with this, is going to be kind of funny, are bars and bowling alleys. Because 90%, I would say, of the people who would go to a bar generally smoke, at least a certain type of bar, the kind of bars that I would go to anyway. Seedy little dark hole-in-the-wall bars where no one can see across the room, because I don't want anyone to see me in a bar drinking. I don't know why, I just don't. Anyway, so, I don't know, I'm kind of getting off topic a little bit, but when it seems to me that the solution should be, instead of just an overall blanket where you're not allowed to fucking smoke anywhere, it seems like a more equitable arrangement would be let the business owners decide whether or not they want to ban smoking, because they know their clientele. Now, if I own a bar, like a fucking dive bar, and every night I see all my customers coming in, and each and every one of them goes through a freaking pack of smokes or whatever, I'm probably going to be in favor of letting people smoke in my bar, because the majority of my patronage does. And if someone who doesn't want to smoke in my bar doesn't want to deal with it or whatever, they can go elsewhere, because I'm going to make plenty of revenue off people who do want to smoke. But let's say I own a wine bar or something like that, a classier establishment where very little, if any, of my patronage smokes, then I would probably be in favor of just straight banning it, so that those customers would be more happy and come back more prolifically and spend more money at my establishment. It really should be more about what an establishment customers want than enforcing your views on everyone else, which is what I feel a smoking ban is. I guess it comes back to a point that I've been making a lot in the recent past, is the whole, if I can't do it or if I don't do it, no one can or should. And I just really don't agree with that philosophy on any level, because I believe that everyone should be free to make their own choices, which is why that if I don't want to go to an establishment that allows smoking, then I will find an establishment that doesn't allow smoking. You know, it's a matter of choice. Or if you know what I mean? It should be anyway, but in these states that have these smoking bans, it's really not a matter of choice. It's a matter of what we say you can and can't do in public. And it just seems a little extreme, because with restaurants, I can understand it. Even with the division of smoking and non-smoking sections, if you're too close to the smoking section, or if there's not a powerful enough ventilation system in the restaurant, people who don't smoke and don't want that smell are going to be disturbed and not enjoy their meal, and they have a right to enjoy their meal because they're paying money to patronize that place just like anyone else is. So I can understand that. I'm not all about blowing smoke in other people's faces, literally or figuratively, if they don't want it. So I can understand that whole perspective of the argument, but on the other side of the exact same coin, it shouldn't be a big deal if a certain bar knows most of its patrons smoke, for them to say, you know what, go ahead and smoke in my bar, and if you don't like it, I'm sorry, find another bar. I can do without your business. That should be the business owner's right. But when we pass a statewide smoking ban, it takes that power away from the business owners, and that power away from the people, I guess. I mean, I understand it's a vote kind of thing, but as we've learned many, many times in the past, voting isn't always representative fully of what the people actually want, because as soon as a vote is passed, all the people who don't like it start speaking up, and they should have spoke up sooner. So that's basically, there you have it for the most part. They don't really sit well with me, but I can understand them. So I guess I don't really have a strong opinion either way, other than I think it should be up to the business owner whether they should let smoking in their establishment or not. So you can tell me what you think, and once again, it was AP17 Jaguar, who brought me this one. So thank you, and till next time, Ranting Ramsey.